Have you been feeling sometimes like you get into a mood and then your whole day is shot and you just can't get out of it? Well, in this episode, I'm going to talk about the 3 quick tips to get out of a mood. Hello, lovely dynamic woman. Welcome to the Dynamic Woman podcast. I am Diane Rolston, your host. And we've all been there. We've all had a day when something didn't go right. Maybe we fought with a loved one or child, or we get an email we don't like, or we don't end up getting in business, maybe landing the client or the proposal we wanted, or we've just messed up in some way or another. And we feel like we're in a mood and we're down. And all we want to do is like cancel everything in our day and just do nothing. Well, that's not always a possibility. And even when we have the time and space, it's not necessarily how you want to be functioning. So today in this episode, these are going to be quick tips to get you out of a mood so that you can continue your day. But I'm also not suggesting that you ignore what's going on, that you just keep putting band-aids on a problem. There are other techniques to be able to properly deal with the underlying nature, the underlying emotions that bring you into a mood, because maybe some of the examples aren't even why you're in a mood and you don't know why. You don't know why it's causing you to be in a mood, and that's okay too. That happens. But sometimes we have responsibilities and we have things we have to do, and we don't have the privilege of time and space. So try out these 3 techniques. Let me know which one works best for you. They're the things that I like to do that move me out of a mood, at least temporarily. The first one is give your feelings some space. And so if you have just had something happen or you are feeling like you're in a mood, give yourself a certain amount of time to be in that mood. And it might be 15 minutes, it might be an hour, but give feelings space. What we definitely don't want to do is push the feelings down, completely ignore them. So if you're in a meeting and someone said something that was upsetting, or in the middle of a soccer game and you're frustrated, take that time, maybe in the office, in the meeting, you go into the bathroom for a few minutes and you just give yourself some space. On the soccer field, I've done this before where I've asked for a sub just to get off the field because mentally I'm in a mood, or someone ticked me off, or we've just had something and I just can't perform at my best level in that moment. And so I need some space. And so I don't come off and then talk with everyone. I come off and I'm in my zone for a moment to just be able to deal with what's there. Giving feelings space could also mean for you, it is journaling. It could be praying. It could be sharing with a friend what's going on with you. The other day we had a frustrating soccer game and I basically re-injured my hamstring. It wasn't fully healed and I did something and it hurt it again. And I was completely frustrated. And so I ended up calling my husband and saying, hey, heads up, we had a bad game. I'm injured. This is why the game was bad. This is how I got injured. When I get home, I don't want to talk about it anymore. But that gave me the time that I went home in the car to have my own space with the feelings and to be able to allow them to kind of move around and move through. A lot of times emotions are there, they're telling us something, and we just need to move through them. But if we try to push them down, they're going to get bigger and worse. The second tip is get moving, and ideally enjoying it in nature. And get moving for me is sometimes I'm just so frustrated by my day, or I can't keep focusing anymore. And so I'll just be like, oh, Diane, go for a walk. And so my favorite place to go for a walk is in the forest. Walking in the forest calms me. Moving my body helps to release endorphins and get me in that feel-good place again. Now, I'm not always feeling 100% after, but at least it pulls me out of the mood a little bit. Getting a little bit of that blood flow going is really helpful. And in those moments, I make sure not be listening to a podcast. Music is okay as long as it's, again, keeping me in the space, usually Christian music, because I know it's going to be positive. And it's not going to be anything too heavy or with lyrics that are going to jar me. And so I move in nature. Now, for you, or with my hamstring, I can't always sometimes injured, or you're in a space where you can't do these things. Even in a building on a rainy day, you could go and you could walk stairs. And I don't mean run stairs, I mean walk stairs. You could even go and walk the floors. You could walk the parking lot. Just getting your body moving. If you only have a few minutes and you are physically able, maybe it's 10 jumping jacks. Just something to get your body going and to move you out of your head. You need a mood booster. And a lot of times people will turn to a donut or cookies or alcohol or a caffeine drink. But that in the long run isn't the best choice. But if you can get your body moving, it's going to help to pull your brain away from the moment and allow you to move physically the negative mood that is in there. The last thing is do something you enjoy. And so something you enjoy could be reading, coloring, painting, listening to music or dancing to music, talking with a friend, going to a gallery. The list goes on and on and on. But it's doing something you enjoy, not completely like numbing your mind. This is not go watch TV. It might be watch comedy because you want to laugh, but it's not scroll aimlessly through social media. Have some intention about it. Is there something specific that you enjoy about social media or about TV? Then maybe that could be a good fit for you. Maybe you do have a favorite show or a favorite comedy or something that just gives you that feel good. But this is not now binge watching. This isn't losing yourself in it. This is intentional activities that boost your mood. And so it could be baking, cooking, sewing. There are so many hobbies out there. Pretty much if you had a day off, what would you do with your time don't go and like clean your house unless you really enjoy cleaning your house. Hey, who am I to judge? But doing something you enjoy is going to naturally boost your mood. It's going to help you to feel better. And even if you're like, I don't have time, I have a business meeting, I have to get back to it. Could you do a phone call to a friend for a few minutes? Can you watch one video? Can you do one small thing that's going to help to improve your mood? I know you can do it. So these are the 3 quick tips to get you out of a mood. Give your feelings space, get moving, preferably enjoy nature, and do something you enjoy. And so if you have something that is bigger, a bigger mood, a long-lasting depression, anxiety, or such, these tips are only going to give you brief relief. They are not going to get to the heart of what's going on with you. And so I do encourage you to get support, get a counselor, talk to your healthcare providers, have a coach, have something in place so that you can tap into these quick tips to get you out of a mood because you're already at a higher baseline. These tips are things that I do when I've just had a rough time, and especially before my family gets home. These are the things I try to do so that my family gets the better version of me, not the one that's going to take them down. They'll get the one that has the opportunity to show up as they need me to be. And so taking that time is important. And sometimes I'll say to my hubby, I just got to go for a walk. I need some space. And so that's actually check marking a lot of these things. When I go for a walk in nature, it gives my feelings some space and it helps. It's something I really enjoy, to be in the forest. So if you have other ideas, please email me, Diane@DianeRolston.com, or comment on any of the platforms where you see this or hear this and let me know. What are some other quick tips that you have to get out of a mood? And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, share with a friend, and I'd really love it. I'd really appreciate it if you would write us a review. And when you do, screenshot it and email that along with your mailing address to Diane@DianeRolston.com, and we'll send you something special in the mail. Until next time, stay dynamic and out of a mood. Bye.